Oh no! Who saw that coming?
Hey, pal, how are you?
Good evening, my friend. I see we're swagged out in some official sponsor gear today.
All right, what's mine called?
So you got the aqua fracture, and I have the blue torch.
Let me tilt this down a little bit.
Which are available on offtherail.com, offtherailapparel.com.
Yours looks a lot like mine, but I can see where yours is jagged on the top, where mine is more straight.
Yeah, and so my logo is like blended in. Yours is.
And you have a hat on.
What about these hats? Look at these official.
Yeah, I wish
Derby
I had
City
gotten
hats.
them. You know, I like that on the side. Put that back.
Yeah,
that's
cool, huh?
No, but the air pocket holes.
Yeah, that's
mine doesn't have that, does it? No.
So I got a nice box from Jamie, and
I did. I already had.
You're still waiting on yours.
Yeah.
Maybe they what you preferred was out of stock, and they're just waiting to make some stuff. But regardless, thank you, Jamie. Salute to you. This stuff's great. It's comfortable. I like it. I gotta. We'll talk about this later, but he gave me some extra hats. Let's do a giveaway.
Oh, let's do a giveaway.
There's got to be some lucky
maybe I'll
listener
get one.
of ours.
Maybe I can get one.
Maybe you'll be the winner.
All right, listen.
Before we start, he gave me one of these towels too. I seen these and I really wanted one, and I forgot to tell him to throw one in, and he threw one in anyway. Nice Q towel for your bag. Look at that.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice. All right.
Anyway, let's get rolling.
Hold on. I have something to say. I have not received a box. Therefore, the timer is still ticking.
You can't share in the spoils like I am.
The timer is still ticking. Okay. I have a shirt here. Just in case we decide, I don't want to say it again, but just in case there's no future with this particular brand, just in case, I'm praying. But I was thinking, in case something, in case we had to make a change, I thought maybe we just start bringing some level 2 stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we could just rock the level 2 stuff. This is your size.
Oh,
brand new.
Queen, California King.
This is your size, brand new, never been worn. Okay? I want to stay with my guy, Jamie. However, I have not received a box.
This is code for Jamie. Send the box, buddy.
Okay? I have not received a box. And I'm not asking anymore. So if you want to tell him, that's okay. But I'm not asking anymore. I have this. I found this in the closet last week. I forgot I had it. I actually didn't find it. My friend found it.
Yeah, this is a fit. We look like the overweight Scotch doubles team.
This actually fits me very well. And they're like so comfortable, But this got the diamond on it, diamond logo on it.
Yeah. Official diamond.
I don't even remember when he. Oh, this is the piece that he gave me at Super Billiards Expo that we got.
Oh, where you raided the booth like
yeah,
like fucking Hamas.
This is the piece, right?
I can't remember. You got a lot of stuff.
Must be because it's got the diamond, right? Because
you kicked open the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
You know who I raided this from, right?
Oh yeah.
Perfect segue for you, pal. Should I continue?
You mean the high price Q seller?
All right. Let me explain the story to you guys at home, and then Rob's got some things to say. There is I think it's fair to say, a social media influencer. She's an influencer. I hate to say it, but she is.
Or a group. You can say groupie.
Social media influencer on Facebook. Her name is Rhonda. I don't know her last name, but we'll just keep it at Rhonda. Let's just keep it at Rhonda. And she has 7,000 followers. 7,000 followers. And a few weeks ago, she made a post on her Facebook page during the Predator event. Okay, go ahead. And now Rob's going to tell you what she did.
Oh, so it's no secret that I was a very big I was a Predator sponsored person, but I don't play with them now. But I'm still very in depth with pricing. They haven't really changed their prices in God 10 years.
We still
So
like
I
Predator,
mean,
right?
yeah. I've got nothing against Predator. My favorite set of balls that I use is the Predator Arcos balls. They still make a great product, but I mean there's stuff I prefer, but they still make a great product. Regardless, I'm still involved in the Predator resale group on Facebook and very very knowledgeable about their prices. She had a post where she was one of the booths she was working at the Pro Billiard Series event in Vegas that
Bigglebacks
just
or
passed.
something like that.
Bigglebacks, yeah. She was working the Bigglebacks booth, and she posted about some cues that they had on sale. Two of the cues were a special edition pink BK Rush, which is Predator's break cue. They sell the cues for $750, $800 on the normal. This is a special edition, so whatever run they have is final. So if you can't get him anymore, you can't get him anymore. So she had several of those breast cancer cues, and I would say like 10 other Predator cues that were grossly overpriced. And when I say grossly overpriced, I'm talking like 300, 400% markup, to where these $800 cues were being marked up to like $3,500, $4,000. It was insane. It was enough to I never comment on anybody's stuff on Instagram. I'm more of a voyeur. It's like I just read and go, and if I really like it, I'll put a heart on it. But she was one of those posts where I had to put my 2 cents in there, and it started a whole melee. You know, she went from answering people that were complaining about the price. She went from answering them with, "Oh, look at eBay. You know, we're not the only ones doing it." And then when I chime in, she was like, "Oh, it's under consignment. It's not our fault." And then it just turned into a whole thing. People just started chiming in
I just
and
found
fighting.
it. She posted it on February 23rd. And she wrote, might be something special for sale here. Come see me. Beating down the person who's bringing you the news is real classy. I guess she added that after.
I know I don't go on there a lot, but I know she's continually talking shit
So
on
she
there.
has the BK Rush, the pink special edition BK Rush for $3,500, and then she had that's the wrapless one, and then she had the wrapped one, which got that sport wrap on it, for $3,600, and then she had the blue one. I'm sorry, the white one with the blue wrap, which was also a special edition too, wasn't it? Or maybe I'm wrong.
You know, that was the other one you're talking about. It was a Sport 2, which is their low end entry cue.
I can't.
And it's a $400 cue, and I know they had it marked up to like $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000. That's what it looks like. And then there's other cues there, and
those we couldn't really make out the prices on. Those are more high end cues. You couldn't really make out the prices on.
Yeah, and there's nice cues in there. There's a couple sports in there. A red one, the black and red, the red and black.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other nice cues in there. Nothing high end, I don't think. Anyway, bro, you're right. You can't be. Yeah, you can put any price you want on it, and somebody could easily say, if you don't like the price, then don't buy it. Don't complain. Whatever.
Yeah.
But come on, bro. $3,500.
Well, and that was the thing. It wasn't even like, it's like she had multiple answers for whoever was complaining at the time. It was when I was saying something, it was, "Oh, it's not my fault. It's under consignment." And then other people would chime in, and she would say, "Oh, look at eBay." But then it turned into a whole thing. It's like she started to attack my comments on there, like I was the asshole for doing it.
Yeah, well, what is it called? The pink BK Rush, right?
Yeah, it's just BK Rush. breast cancer. They have a whole line. They did bags. They did the break cues. You know, she took a nice gesture by a company. You know, making these pink items and turning the profits into breast cancer, a breast cancer donation, and then they take them and they mark them up 400%. Like where do you get your balls to take a nice gesture and do something like that?
You can get the pre-aired air on Temu for $81. The pink version, the pink version of the Predator, the Predator knockoff.
It's made out of clay.
That's funny. It's. This is my 2 cents. I don't disagree with you. It's a bad look, especially for Bicklebacks.
Yeah, very bad.
If I walked by Bicklebacks and never talked to anybody and saw that, I would never shop at Bicklebacks again. Or hold on. I've never shopped at Bicklebacks. I've heard of them before. I don't know where they're located. Do you have any idea where they're located?
I don't know if they were just in like an online source or they were through a magazine or something like that.
I have heard of Bicklebacks before. Let's look them up. And I guess I am knocking Bicklebacks because why would they allow that?
Yeah. Obviously, other people seen the post because I wrote to Predator and told them that stuff was going on, and obviously they seen it because they made mention of it. But it's look, pool's hard enough, pool's expensive enough that when you do shit like this, you set us back. And we're a small enough community. We should be taking care of each other and not trying to make a quick shitty buck on each other.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of shitty bucks.
Yeah.
Bickleback.
Even if somebody came to them and said, "Look, I want to put this on consignment," you should be like, "Well, this is an $800 cue, and you want to charge $4,000 from it? I'm not going to do that. I don't want to associate with that. There has to be a some type of policing in that part."
Yeah, Bicklebacks is from, again, I've only heard of them. I don't know anything about them. But look it up real quick. Bicklebacks is from Portland, Oregon. They have good reviews, 4.8 on Google reviews. Not a lot of reviews. I would think they'd have more reviews, but that's suspicious that they don't have more reviews. Because I don't know.
And I've seen quite a few people say, "Oh, I work for Bicklebacks. I wrote an article for Bicklebacks," and so I know they get around, but still, it's like, and you know what? Not to go diving off deeper into something more, but she's kind of known for pulling shit like this.
Yeah.
When she's asking people to bring her drinks in exchange for swag from the booth, and it's like you're running a fucking swap meet. It's gross. Pool's above that. Pool's a gentleman's game. We shouldn't have to be stooped below to crap like that.
The thing is if you want to make money off of a cue, make money, but don't.
Yeah.
Well, why are you wait $3,500?
$100, $200, you know, there's a markup involved for something, a collector's edition.
That
like
sold
that.
for did that cue sell for $800 or $900 new?
$850 with the sport wrap new.
All right, $850. Wow. And unfortunately, somebody probably bought it and doesn't know any better or didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And right now they're pissed off.
And she kept referring to the eBay post. There was one eBay post from somebody with no feedback, and it turned out to be a dead sale. So I think something fishy was going on with
and
this
not only that, just because you could put any price on eBay doesn't mean you're going to sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on. We had enough of her.
Yeah, we're finished. Let's talk about your boy.
Shout out to my friend Mark White, who unfortunately had another stroke. I haven't spoken to him yet. I just found out like an hour ago. Sad news. I mean, he's alive and he's talking, but he
that shakes you to your core when you go through shit like that.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's had a rough life. Not rough. I don't want to put his business out there, but shout out to Mark White. I hope you get better. If
Yeah,
you
get
know
better,
Mark,
buddy.
if you know Mark, or you watch any pool, he's the commentator that speaks with the English accent because he's from England. He
He's
just
the
did
one who stopped the broadcast for your comments during
How
the
nice
junior.
was that he did that? If you guys at
That's
home
pool
don't know
clout.
about this, Mark was commentating a couple weeks ago for the Predator Pro Billiard Series, and he was talking about he doesn't know one of the players. It was the kid Laz who ended up winning the junior event. He was saying he didn't know him. So I sent him a message right after that on Facebook Messenger, telling him a little about the kid, and Mark essentially took what I texted
Shut the
him.
broadcast down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which that was cool. It was cool that he did that. So get well, Mark. If you know Mark, or you know of Mark, or you've ever heard Mark commentate, he's gotten a lot better. He's a lot better.
Better than the Matchroom team.
I wouldn't say that.
I'll say that.
All right, you can say it. And you love picking on Matchroom. Anyway, send him a good. For you guys at home, send him a nice, get well card.
Yeah, he's more active on Facebook than Instagram,
Yeah.
that would probably be the place.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Jayson just got his 832 high run certified.
Staying at it.
That's unbelievable. 832 is a new world record for straight pool. 832. 800. And
do you remember when John Schmidt broke the record and it was 626?
Yeah.
And he talked about what a major ordeal it was, how he had to have a team in place. Can you imagine going beyond that 200 balls? And he's been doing it almost yearly now.
832 is 55 and a half racks.
It's crazy.
55 racks. Speaking about crazy numbers, how about Billy Thorpe banked 11 in a row during the event, the Predator Banks event. 11 in a row.
And then he made 12 car sales in a row.
Man, that was perfect. European Open's going on right now. We're going to talk about one of the
once it completes,
but we'll save that to the end. All right, let's talk about. I just want to talk about some of the Predator stuff. I didn't even ask you what's on the agenda.
We're going. We're staying in line. That's the Predator events, the one they had in Puerto Rico and the one they have in Vegas. That's probably my favorite event. People talk about Derby and Mosconi Cup, but those all-inclusive events where it's women, juniors, handicap, mixed doubles, I love that shit.
Yeah, it was really a good event.
Like 2 weeks long.
Yeah. And we talked about it on our last show. I just want to go over some of the highlights, some of the things I thought were highlights. Maybe you have some. The Christina Amit Ruben matchup.
They kind of cut that short.
Yeah. Christina wasn't in her league.
Yeah, well, Rubelin won the 9 ball. Christina took the 10 ball, and then that 8 ball was like 3 racks.
Yeah, it wasn't much. So I thought it'd be more. Kelly Fisher and Kazakis took the mixed partners, which I thought was cool.
They played great together. They had great communication.
Yeah, they're both great players, and they're such nice people, both of them.
They were excited. I remember how excited they were when they were clicking off shots, and they were doing great. They were high fiving each other. It out of all the groups you see, they're talking here and there. It's kind of language barriers, but the two of them, they had it, man, and they were flying.
Yeah. Hey, we're not sponsored by Arizona, but man, I love this Arizona mango. Oh, I love it. We're not sponsored by it, but if Arizona wants to sponsor us.
Hey, we can wear your shirts just as easy.
Mucho mango. I love it. It's probably filled with sugar. 23 grams.
That's not bad. It's better than
Yeah,
a
because I
Coke.
don't drink it all. I mean, I don't drink this all in one sitting. I bought this a few days ago, and I
Yeah.
sipped on it
Plus,
3 or 4 times. All right.
plus you got the vodka in there that dilutes the sugar.
No, not today. After last night. Banks Justin Hall, nice guy. I met him before. Justin Hall from Florida, I believe. Beat Tony Chohan. That's a good one, 3-1. And then one pocket, Francisco Bustamante beat Tony Chohan 5-2, I think it was. And then there was the other one pocket, which was the Filler versus Shane. Filler, come on. Filler just crushed him 5-2. And I don't know. In one pocket, 5-2 is crushing you. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You know what? I think I missed the train with one pocket because I just don't.
Which is crazy because you're a big money player.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a rotation guy like Kachi. Who knows?
The junior Laz.
That was great.
Unbelievable. That kid is just unbelievable. Laz Martinez from Texas, Laszlo. In the story that I told Mark, I'll just tell it briefly. I've told it before on the podcast, but in 2016, 2017, somewhere there, Sky and I went to the junior nationals in Chicago, and we were only going to be there for 3 days, I think, because we were going to Louisiana after that. Skylar was going to be there for 3 days and go to Louisiana after that. It was already booked. And we were having such a good time with the juniors, watching the juniors, hanging out with the juniors, playing pool with the juniors, that Skylar ended up staying all week. Beautiful hotel. It's actually too nice of a hotel. Like, if you saw this hotel that it was at, it was too nice. But anyway, it reminded me of Disney, like a high-end 5-star Disney, just too fancy. Because, why do you have to have that kind of expense for kids? That's what I think. Anyway, that's the same event in which I met April Larson. Remember, I told you I was outside. I met her. I brought her dinner, and then she ended up. It was that story. But anyway, so another night, Sky and I go to this restaurant. A block or two away from the hotel. We walk in, and there's 2 little kids, and he walks over. He goes, "Come over here and meet these kids." He said, "These kids are going to be good. One of them's going to be a big pro player one day." I'm saying hi to the kids, hi to the parents. We walk away. We go sit down. I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? They're gonna." Those kids were like 7, 8 years old. He goes, "Jay, I'm telling you, watch. Remember their names." I said, "Sky, these kids were like 7 years old. You're telling me you know for sure one of them's going to be a pro?" He said, "Jay, remember their names." The last time I was at Texas Open, I actually have, it's on the old Level 2 Billiards page, the one that Digital has. I'm going to go look for it. An interview that I did with Laz. Laz played on the TV table against Roberto Gomez and won and beat him. I was blown away. I have like 1,000 pictures from that event, from that match. But those little kids that Skylar said, were 7, 8, 9 years old, something like that. I don't know exactly how old they were, but was
He's 18 now, right?
I'm not sure how old he is, but it seems. So if he's 18, and that was, let's say it was 2016, it's 5, 4, 9. So he's 10, or maybe he was 10 or 11. Okay. Whatever. They were young. They were young enough to where you would have said, "What are you talking about, Sky?" Right?
Yeah.
And now the kid dominated last week at the. And listen, that wasn't a junior event where there were a lot of no names. There was a lot of big names.
Jaws, Savannah, Sophia Mast. Yeah.
I mean, they were all the top
loaded.
juniors were in there. So that was a legit win. And he played well. He played very well.
What I wanted to point out was that kid that he beat, Nico Conkle, I think was the kid's name. That kid is no pushover. Like they were
Yeah.
going head up. Like
Yeah.
and he was the one who beat Savannah.
Payne
But that kid's
McBride was also in the end. I mean,
right.
he's no pushover either.
That kid Nico's family though. This is what stood out about this tournament to me. His family was very supportive of him, and when he lost in the finals, his family, his mother, his grandmother, they congratulated Laz. So I mean, that's you know, like when you're involved with your kid and everything, it's like you're very focused on your kid, and for them to show that class and congratulate the kid that beat their kid, I thought that was A1A.
I just realized something. I brought you downstairs into the basement, and now you can see my pool room, and you have said nothing about it.
It's very. I thought you were in a pool room. I didn't know it was a sheet.
This is my pool. I'm in the basement now. I finally got something. Oh, I put it here, and now I don't see it.
It's better than
Remember
that
the thing-
tinfoil you had up.
Remember? Oh, where is it? Oh, it's over there. I see it. Remember a few weeks ago I was talking about. Please don't cut this out. Remember a few weeks ago I was talking about my friend that I took the piece to her framing shop.
Oh yeah, it's been like a year.
Yeah, so I went to her framing shop and I mentioned to her that we talked about it on the podcast, but it didn't make it in the podcast. It got cut. She said, "I've seen the piece. I don't have it." I said, "No, you have it. You have it." All right. Earlier today, I was moving some furniture around, and lo and behold, I found it.
Was it framed or non-framed?
No, it's not framed. So my friend who owns the framing store, Lauren, I found it. And Max posted that he's going to make that other piece into a poster.
And this is a Jay apology, Lauren.
Lauren, I am sorry. I thought you had the piece and you were screwing me and not giving it to me because you were mad at me, because I didn't buy you lunch, because I didn't bring enough tea over for you. My apologies, Lauren, for believing that the piece was in your shop when in fact it was behind a piece of furniture. And I would have put it behind the furniture so as to not get it ruined. And maybe one day I will be able to afford your services and have you frame it. In the meantime, I will put it back behind the furniture.
You can always just get a box of fudgicles and make a popsicle stick frame around it.
Bro, that's a great idea.
Half the fun is eating them.
That's a great idea. Okay, let's talk about this. Here's my water. I was looking for my water. The greatest comeback that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe the second greatest comeback I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think
Jayson
that
Jayson Shaw at the U.S. Open is probably.
I was going to say the RoboCop SVB race.
All right, so I have a top three. I don't know what order I'd put them in, but I have a top three. Okay.
It's up there.
Dennis Grabe was getting spanked.
Josh was off and running, literally.
Filler 4-0 in the first set. 4-1 in the second set. And then wasn't it 3-1 Filler? Something like that? I think it was 3-1. Like Filler had to win one more game. Filler had to win one more game to win. Dennis wins that set 4-3. Dennis wins the next set 4-1. Dennis ends up winning the title. Filler needed one game.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Filler. Filler played well. Just, and you know what's funny is, I noticed Dennis in his chair, and I noticed he was looking down, maybe at his phone or something, between racks. It looked like he was looking down at his phone, something maybe. And you always got to think, I wonder what he's looking at. Maybe somebody sent him a message. Maybe, maybe it's his dad, or maybe it's his coach, or maybe whatever, and say whatever. Whatever he looked at or whatever somebody said to him, he needs that every time he plays. Because it worked, right? It worked. So that's unbelievable. And if you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube, Pro Billiard Series. Go watch it. Watch it from the beginning.
It's free. They're not charging $10 a month like some people.
Go watch it from the beginning. Filler puts a little bit of a show on him. Dennis is a good player from Estonia. I don't know the first thing about Estonia, but I know Dennis is from there.
He's good for one surprise win every year. He's a very steady Eddie pool player.
I don't think he plays. I don't know. I'm guessing he doesn't play in a lot of events, which tells me he's probably has a job too, right? I'm guessing. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah.
He plays in enough events that, right? But predominantly Predator events, right? But he's right there, man. He's a little bit older, but he's right there where he could, almost like what a Mickey did or Robbie Capito, like he's right in there. Mickey's I think a step above that.
I would say he's like a David Alcady, level guy.
Yeah. So anyway, congratulations, Mr. Grapefruit. I did reach out to him. He said he'll be on, but we'll give him some time on that. And then I don't want to go through this piece by piece, but Predator, we went from Pro Billiards. Do you have anything you want to add for Pro Billiards?
No.
Okay. We from Pro Billiards, they moved over to Griff's, which is only a couple blocks away. Griff's is a pool room. Mark Griffin started it. Anyway, just real quick, U.S. Open Banks, Levan won, 8-ball, SVB won. Man, SVB. Whew. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a big fan of SVB. I don't dislike him. I don't like him. I don't
because he's a quiet guy. He doesn't really stick out like other people.
There's a different reason, but we could talk about that offline. But anyway, but you're right. He's quiet. He's a quiet guy. Anyway, man, he for this 8-ball, I mean, he didn't have no layups. Roberto Gomez beat him 8-4. Ruslan, he beat 8-5. Oliver Rugo, he beat. Why does he keep saying bought? He beat 8-0. Jeff DeLuna was the only close match, 8-7. Then Oliver, he played twice. Sazalonaki, the Polish guy, 8-5 and 11-4. There was no easy. It was not an easy 8-ball. And then for 10-ball, SVB again wins and beats Jesus Tensiano. And DeLuna was in there, and Thorpe was in there. Thorpe, I know, I did speak to Thorpe in the course of the week. If you saw on my new Instagram page where I was busting his balls, it was because I was actually talking to him. So he wasn't happy about it, but he wasn't mad either. So that's all. I don't want to get too much into it. I do want to just mention briefly. This part doesn't go to anything else that I have said so far, and I didn't even tell you that this was on the agenda, but I just wrote it down because if we do in fact go to Super Billiards Expo, I want to make sure that we talk about this with Darren. But there is a new Tiger announced a new tip.
Jayson Shaw is sponsored by it, right?
I don't know about that. Darren. No, not Jayson Shaw. Darren. Oh,
I think Shaw was announced as the tip sponsor.
Yeah. But Darren and Tiger collab together to make a tip called the Nitro. So if we do go to Super Billiards Expo, I want to make sure that we talk to Darren about that, and he can tell us about it.
They have a new carbon fiber thing called the Fortis that I heard is awesome.
Oh yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
we want to make sure I can reach out to Darren if we do decide to go and set something.
Oh, we're going. We got business cards made. We're
Right.
going.
Where are the? Do you have them?
They'll be here in a week.
Oh, okay. All right. So you show them off the next one. What else you got on the agenda?
Well, we have a potential ceasefire to the Israel-Palestine melee.
Yeah,
it's
can they
just
get the hostages back? Can they get the hostages back?
Yeah. So Sharkstream posted something
Yes.
that Dunsky reposted. So it's not official. It's not. There's nothing from WPA. There's nothing from Matchroom. My gal Emily hasn't said anything, but they said there's a tentative agreement that WPA and WNT players can play in crossing events.
And the Sharkstream is Frank? Is that the guy's name? I don't know.
I forget. He's that big guy, right? That's been showing up to Moscone Cup and
from Philadelphia, isn't that the Sharkstream guy? Oh no.
I think Florida.
Yeah. Maybe he knows something, but why does he know and nobody else knows?
Right. Like you figure something like that, Molina would have probably posted first.
Yeah. Well,
it kind of makes me think, because Emily's been so quiet and she's always posting vacation pictures instead of what she's working on for the pool fans and for the pool league. I think she might have maybe had to put her tail between her legs to accept some things that they didn't want to do before, so that they're kind of just,
Maybe the guy got the information from a player.
Yeah.
And the player was talking off the record, and maybe they're not ready to talk about it yet.
Yeah, it's if it happens, great. It's like I always said, I'm about the pool player. Whatever helps them earn better and travel less and stay home. That's what I want for them. But I would like to see that from a credible source.
Right.
That's like us breaking news. Obviously you have connections and we have connections together, but that's like who the hell are you? It's I want to hear this from somebody.
Yeah. Let's not take anything away from the Sharkstream guy, but we don't know him to be a source.
Right.
As of yet, and maybe he's a new source, and that's okay if he is. Good for him. But because he's not known to be a source, we're kind of taking a grain of salt a little bit until somebody announces it officially.
Yeah, okay. And it's something that needs to be announced. I don't know why people would just, it's an unknown factor. No, it's something that needs to be announced.
Yeah. All right, what's next on the agenda? We're going right through this. We're only at 37 minutes.
We're sawing through. You want to talk about your boy, the Ghost?
I would like to officially announce that each podcast show that we do, we're going to have a top 5 list. I loved the top 5 that we did last 2 weeks ago. We missed last week's because this guy was sick. Are you all better now? Would you have the flu?
I was ready to go.
No, you weren't. You were sick in bed. Bro, I got the message that told me you were sick.
So what? I don't have to leave my house.
All right. I was sick. Is that fair? I wasn't. I don't know why we missed the last show.
He had his
monthly. I thought it was because you were sick. All right. Anyway, so I like that top 5. I want to do a top 5 each show. Some will probably be better than others, but
this is your top 5. This is like the David Letterman 10 list. This is the Jay Lansky top 5.
The Jay Lansky top 5. This week's topic. I need you to be the announcer, though.
Sponsored by Arizona Mucho Mango. We have the Jays top 5 list.
This is the best stuff. I'm sorry, this week's Lauren, I'm sorry that I thought you had the piece in your shop and you were framing it. I'm sorry, Lauren.
So this week's Jay Lansky's top 5 list is the top 5 Tyler Steyer blunders, and we have a lot to choose from, but we've narrowed them down to 5,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
here they are.
Number 5, the John Mora Challenge. Tell the kids at home
this was post. I want to say the 23 Mosconi Cup. I can't remember if the two of these guys had words, or there was talk about, should the North American guys be included? John Mora and Alex Pag, and I think Tyler Steyer, being the brazen macho male that he is, I think he took offense to that, and he wound up challenging John Mora after the Mosconi Cup in Las Vegas, and Tyler Steyer didn't win.
You got spanked, Tyler. Okay, so zip it. You have to announce the numbers.
Hey, number 4.
Number 4. The eye twitch incident. The eye twitch incident. Tell the kids at home what we're talking about.
So this was I think this was at Derby last year. He had spent, I think, days complaining about the felts feel like there's sand in them, and the balls are rolling slow. And then he conceded a match against, was it Fader?
Yeah.
He conceded a match against Fader because he said his eye was twitching. And every time he concedes something or does something that people want to question, he goes right to Facebook to justify it. It's like there's no just like, hey, I quit the match. I felt like shit. Leave it alone. He has to justify and post about it and give his Tyler Steyerisms reasons. It's sickening. I feel sorry for Margaret. She needs a better guy.
Don't feel sorry for her. I don't think she's any better. What number are we up to?
And we're at number 3.
Number 3 just happened yesterday.
Another Tyler Steyer concedement.
2 games he conceded. 2 games at the European Open. What the hell did you go for? What did you go for?
Yeah. But
I'm losing 7-2. I gotta concede. I'm tired.
But he went right to Facebook to justify it, though. I had jet lag and all the bullshit with the pictures.
I thought I was on the hill was the other one. You don't even know the score? You flew to Sarajevo. You don't even know the score? I thought he was on the hill, and I thought I was conceding one. Why are you conceding anything, bitch? Why are you conceding anything? You know who could have conceded? Dennis Grabe could have conceded. Filler needed 1 game to win, and he won. And guess who went? Who won? Grabe. Okay? You're a quitter. Quitter.
Once a quitter, always a quitter.
What number are we up to?
We're at number 2.
Number 2. How about that time at the Mosconi Cup when he missed the easy 3 ball?
I did a video about this where he jacked up and jawed out an easy 3 ball, and it was like a 3-point swing. They could have ended the day tied, but because he made that blunder, Europe wound up taking the point, and they were up 2 points at the end.
Go ahead.
He's not a very savvy individual. You think pool players, you think guys that look at all the angles. I think his 90-degree angle is rounded.
You got some good one-liners today. What number are we up to?
Number 1.
Number 1. The number 1 blunder for Tyler Steyer is Tyler Steyer. You are a blunder, bro.
He is a blunder.
You are a blunder. I am sick to my stomach that Mucci signed you. Sick to my stomach that you're a Mucci player now.
Yeah. I really wanted a Meucci. I swear to God, I was going to buy one of those casinos. I won't do it.
I'm sick to my stomach that you represent America. I'm sick to my stomach that you believe that you're a top pro. You're a top pro because there are no other pros. But for sake of argument, if you were in Europe, you would be a nobody. A nobody. Nobody would know your name. Okay? I saw a post last week teaching with Sam, who you're over there with.
Maybe Sam was teaching him.
Sam has won more than you this year, Tyler. Sam is how old? 16, 17? He's won more events than you have, Tyler. Okay? You, sir, are number one for being.
And let's point out something, Jay. We don't do this. We love everybody. We support everybody.
I
This
do.
guy really steps in shit, and I think he thinks that it doesn't smell. He must have a hell of a rap to get sponsored by the people he's got sponsored by, to have somebody like Margaret. He must have a hell of a rap,
He's got the look. It's really,
or a 3-foot dong.
he's got the look. Like I saw
All
this.
American boy, yeah.
Right, exactly. From the Midwest, he's got skills. I'm not saying he doesn't have skills, but he walks around with a chip on his shoulder like his shit don't stink. You know why you're on the Mosconi Cup? Because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
If you were in Europe, you wouldn't even be in the top 10. You wouldn't even be the top 10 consideration. We just don't have any other players. That's why you're lucking out. When these new crop of pros, these junior guys move up,
You're gone, buddy.
Dunsky. We know Shane and Skyler, maybe Billy will be there the next 10 years. Oh, I can't wait for the new guys to come up. And you know what? You know who I hope replaces you first? Savannah. I hope Savannah replaces you first. Because Savannah is playing at a level I think she could be the one to be the first legitimate. I mean, she's probably 10 years away from that, but she could be. I hope I'm still living in 10 years when Savannah replaces you on the Mosconi Cup. Okay?
There's a great line from the movie Bull Durham where just briefly, Kevin Costner is an older baseball player and he's mentoring Tim Robbins, who's a younger player. He tells him, "You have $1 million arm, but a 5-cent head." When I think about that line, that describes Tyler to me.
He does have a 5-cent head. Listen, the kid has unbelievable technique, but he's not a winner. He's not a winner.
Yeah.
I get the impression based on how he plays that he played either, when he was developing his skill, he either played a lot by himself or did not play a player better than him, or played somebody who said almost maybe babied him, or never a loser. You know that generation.
Probably never had a job growing up.
Everybody's a winner type of coddling.
Yeah, he's the kid that when they're about to lose in the video game, they hit power.
Yeah. Yes. I watch DayZ on YouTube. I watch people playing DayZ, and they do something called combat log. So they're just as they die, they get log out. Hey, right above your head, I have a question. Right above your head, who is that breaking next to Beretta?
That right there?
Yeah,
that's Ginky.
That's Ginky. Look at that, how he's twisted like that.
Yeah, I never seen the cue the way he used to lay the cue into the table when he broke. I've never seen a cue flex like that.
Yeah. I still don't see where I am.
You're
off
right
screen.
here.
Off screen. No, it's not on screen. It's not on screen. So maybe if you can move me over.
You know what, Jay? You're right here.
No. You see this thing? Oh, you see this thing blinking that you got plugged in?
Oh yeah, that's the yeah.
Get rid of that. Go plug that in somewhere else. What is that little thing you got blinking there?
So out here in the country, Jay, we got all types of critters. This is a pest box. It wards off rodents and snakes and
some kind of sound or something it's making.
Yeah, it's like a subsonic sound that goes through the walls and everything.
All right. All your snow melt where you live?
Yeah, fucking nice the last few days, man. I've been driving my car like crazy.
Yeah, it's been nice. Your car meets will start soon, right?
At middle of April.
Love it. Maybe you'll come to the big car show this year. I invite you every year. You don't come.
You guys got a Mustang one that I want to check out.
We do?
Like every other Sunday.
At the restaurant?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty.
You guys have a diner? It's a diner or something?
It's more of a restaurant than a diner, but yeah. It's pretty cool. I've been there a few times. You ready? I'm ready. Are you ready?
For shouts?
But I get to announce it. You announce the top 5, I announce the shouts.
Shoot him.
Who's your shout out this week?
My shout out is it's a very meaningful shout out. Last week, March 8th, it's kind of a tough day for me. there's a little story I had. March 8th, 2011 was the day that Ginky passed away. He had an overdose and he never woke up. That very same day, unbeknownst to me, social media wasn't prevalent then. I also had an overdose, had a heart attack, but
But you did wake up.
I woke up, yeah, and it took me a few years to get there, but I got clean. I just recently celebrated 10 years sober. Anyway, in regards to Ginky, last year with Steinway Billiards closing, they were unable to have the Ginky Memorial Tournament that they have every year. I know his widow Athena, who I speak to every now and then, she was devastated about that because that was like her one thing to celebrate her husband. The Ginky is back on. I am happy to say it is now at Rax in Long Island, but here we are in May. We're going to have the Ginky back. So shout out to Athena and all those people who made it happen. Rax, thank you. It's not one of those things I would love to attend. Long Island's a little far for me. I used to drive out to see Islander games. I hate that traffic, but anyway, I'm pleased to say that the Ginky is back on, and those of you who don't know Ginky or what the hell I'm talking about, just Google him. He was a beautiful guy. Everybody has stories about him. They love him. He was a beautiful pool player, and he was just a character. Something that pool lacks today is character. We see guys with a little bit of character, like Sky and Billy and all that.
Deshane had character, right?
Deshane, yeah.
Russian Kenny's another one.
Those are the guys that we flock to in this sport of flavorless individuals. Ginky was personality personified. So I'm happy to say that the Ginky's back on. Congrats, Athena. I hope it's a blast.
You ready for my shout out?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. I want to shout out your dad. I'm no bullshit. You always tell me about your dad, not offline when we chit chat, and I know he was sick a few weeks ago. I love your relationship with your dad and how you talk about your dad. And I've never met your dad. I've never spoken to your dad, but I just could tell he's a good guy the way you talk about him. So I'm shouting out your dad.
That's very, very nice. It's first of all, thank you. He is somebody, I talk about, Ginky's my hero and Walter Payton's my football hero and all that, but he's my everyday hero.
Right.
There's one memory I clearly have of him. We were coming back from New York when I was young, and we were in the Denver airport, and I let go of my mom's hand, and they walked on by, and I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was like lost in the middle of people. I screamed out for my dad, and the next thing I know, I see him like run and jump over some guy's luggage, and grabs me and picks me up and whisks me away, and I'm like, this guy's my fucking hero. And here we are, I'm 45 years old and it's no different for me. It's my mother passed away, like over 10 years ago now. I can't even remember. It's been so far. But, we had a relationship, that was kind of, he always took care of my mom. My mom was always sick. He took care of her. The guy worked, 12 hours a day, came right home, took care of my mom. It's guys like that, they don't make anymore.
Right.
And, once she passed, it's like we really became friends. Like he's my bro. He's like, we do everything together, especially like with all the cars and all this shit that we do. It's so yeah. He's a good dude. More people should know him.
All right, we make one more thing. I thought of. Level 2 Billiards moved. It's now called Level 2 Billiards Live. I think I have 100 followers, which is fine. Even Sky said, "What happened?" It's fine. So Level 2 Billiards Live on Instagram, but really,
but you still have Level 2 Billiards. It's
yeah.
I think you did that one more for the show, right?
Yeah. And I want to do less about Instagram and more about YouTube, right? I mean,
yeah, this is our new home. This is we're moving.
We're moving. Oh, but the Facebook has been doing. I didn't realize it. The Facebook is on fire.
That's always been an anomaly, man.
I don't even really pay attention to it. And there's a crazy amount of followers and stuff like that. So Level 2 Billiards Live on Instagram moved over. It's it's always been called Level 2 Billiards, but now it's Level 2 Billiards Live. The
Just
show
look
is
for the
called
two
Level 2
ball.
Billiards Live. And that's it. 55 minutes. Let's go. Wrap it up.
Now it's time for the Fred Norris plugs. Hey, look, we got sponsors.
Yeah.
Jamie, he's been good to us, or at least to me recently. But hey, we just want to say thank you for the backing. Jamie sent me a very nice box. I would love to give away.
Yeah, let's give one of those away. Maybe
What should we do? If you live in the lower 48, just shoot a comment to us. Say I want the hat, and
comment where?
We'll comment on this YouTube show. Comment on my channel or Jay's channel of this current show. Just say I want the hat, and that you live in the lower 48 because
How
I'm
many
not
of those
shipping
do you
this.
have?
I have one right here with I have one extra one with some patches and some cards, and I got it in the bag, but it's a nice diamond hat.
First person to comment either on your page or my page wins a hat.
Yeah. We'll pick a comment and we'll give you the hat, and you can go on saying I got this from the best pool talk show there is. So anyway, off the rail apparel.
Let's not make them lie.
No, we just need exposure, and we're going to be the top dogs.
Yeah, we're tightening it up. We're getting better. Listen,
people love us.
I brought you down to the basement.
Jay's Pit, Level 1 Billiards.
Bro, I got that custom made. No, you think I'm bullshit? That's custom made.
No, did you?
Yes.
Amazon.
It took a month. That took a month to get here. I told you about a month ago I ordered that.
You had some kid in Senegal just stitching it up for you.
It actually got here sooner than I thought. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It does. Right? It's cool. I'm excited to see how it's going to look.
I'll tell you how much I paid for it. I swear to God, it's custom. I swear to God. The one thing that I wish that I had done though is right here. Oh, maybe I can get something made that says Level 2 right there.
You should print out like one of that guy Max's paintings.
Yes.
and put it like right in that hole.
It's down there. I can't reach it because of. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my God! Here it is, right here. One more time, we're going to talk about Lauren. Let me tell you this funny story. I put a new table next to my table. My friend comes over this morning and says, can you watch my dog for a minute? I said, yeah, fine, whatever. It's a little pug, I think, or something. It's like one of the little things that's fat but small.
Snorts.
Yes, it's a pug, okay? Hands me the leash. Why is it on a leash? It's in my house. Let it go wherever. So now it's all wrapped around my table because of whatever, okay? So there's this new table that I put next to my table. And it's lower than the table. The thing jumps on the little table, knocks everything off of it, and jumps on me.
You're not a dog person, are you?
I'm not that dog person. And when my friend came back, I said, do me a favor. Don't bring me this dog anymore. All right, here it is, Lauren. I found it. I'm sorry, Lauren. But I would like for you to frame it. This is from Living Good Ball Club. Max is the guy at Living Good Ball Club. I love this.
Yeah, I've never seen pool art like that before. I've got a couple pieces, but
yeah,
I've seen multiple shit that he does that I absolutely love, especially that Pink Panther piece.
Yeah, he's got a new piece that. Would that look good there or no?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Put it anywhere. It looks good.
Then I won't have to frame it. So, Lauren, your third, fourth time I'm talking about you.
You're off the hook, Lauren.
I'm off the hook with you, Lauren. All right, 50 to mine.
Let's wrap up. OTR, Off the Rail Apparel. Check them out. You can find me on my YouTube channel, The Gangster of Pool. YouTube, Instagram, the same with Jay, Level 2 Billiards, YouTube, Instagram, and also Level 2 Billiards Live on Instagram. Check that out. And one last thing, Sunday, March 16th, that's my fucking birthday. I'm turning 45. I don't want gifts from anybody. Well, maybe I'll take a mouth hug, but I don't want gifts from anybody. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. You want to do something nice for me on my birthday as I gracefully enter middle age? Subscribe on my YouTube channel.
Hey, do you see I subscribed on your page last week?
Oh, did you? Good for you.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's only been a year. I thought maybe I should subscribe. All right, wrap it up. Come on.
All right.
Bye.
We're the boy
Enough.
band is out of
You've done
here.
enough. I don't even have a box. Hit the stop button.
Salute.
Level 2 Billiards. We have fun here.